Hey guys, John Stargarian here, and I just want to briefly discuss my play on Jose Aldo against Marlon Moraes. I played, if you like the video, please drop a like and subscribe. So I've played Aldo for 2 units at plus 155. I actually made the bet well over a month ago, right when this fight was first announced, because I just thought the line was ridiculous. Truthfully, obviously I've gone through some ups and downs mentally since then, as all the videos of Aldo or pictures of Aldo cutting weight have come out. I've gotten scared. Yesterday, I was at the point where it's like, God, I just hope he misses weight. He just doesn't show up and doesn't get on the scale and this fight gets canceled. But then, we saw him on scales today, and I thought he looked pretty good and didn't look really that drained at all. And he actually looked a bit bigger than Moraes at the ceremonial weigh-ins. Consequently, I'm back to being somewhat comfortable with this play. It's kind of unpredictable to know how Aldo will play out after losing all that weight, as he's never fought at 135 before. And maybe Moraes goes in there, touches him, and he gets KO, and he goes out right away. But my thinking here basically is if you were to take these guys at a random weight class, and they were the same weight, natural weight class, let's say Moraes was a featherweight, skill for skill, I think you have to give Aldo a slight edge. Somewhere in the minus 120 to minus 150 range. Like something like a 53 to 60% favorite. I don't think that's unreasonable. We've seen Aldo do it against top-level competition. He's got great defensive boxing. Used to have a strong kick game. Hopefully he'll bring it back. And I think he may, because Moraes throws a lot of kicks, and one of the best ways to address leg kicks is to just fire him back. But even if he doesn't, I just think technically he's a little bit better than him. Probably doesn't have as much power, but ultimately they're both low volume fighters, and that's kind of the thing. So since they're both really low volume fighters, and I can't expect either to outpace the other, I would have to, if they're the same weight, give the slightly more technical guy a slight edge. And, that was basically my thinking. Now, when you adjust for the fact that he's coming down 10 pounds in weight at 33 years old to a weight he's never fought at before, obviously you have to deduct something from your capping from that. And to me, though, the most you could possibly deduct is 10%. So basically, I think the worst case scenario, absolute worst case scenario, is you could price Aldo at about 43% here. And I guess that would be fair. I personally price it closer to about 48%, just a little less than even. But the line we're getting right now prices him almost at about 61% at plus 155, and it's even better than that right now. You could probably get it at about plus 170. And so, yeah, that's basically my thinking here is, Moraes should probably be a slight favorite here. And like I said, with the weight cut, we don't know what's going to happen. It's definitely possible Moraes walks in there, touches him, and he melts. But again, that's a narrative, and it's also a variance. Like, we have no idea how good or bad his weight cut went. So it's like we can't say how depleted he was. I don't think he's as depleted as Dillashaw was. His photos didn't look nearly as bad as Dillashaw's. And because we can't know that, it's hard to factor it in. So I think taking the 10% off what I initially cap it at makes sense, and I think that's a fair barometer. But like I said, worst case scenario, I think you could cap him at plus 140, 145. And he's at I got him at plus 155. He's at plus 170 right now. I think ultimately, both guys have gas tank issues, but I don't think Moraes is the most durable guy in the world either. So while I do think Moraes has a decent chance to go in there and just knock him out, I also think Aldo can hurt him. We've seen Moraes knocked down by John Dodson, rocked by Rafael Assunção, and, he had some big shots against Henry Cejudo and was ultimately finished there. So I'm not sure he's any more durable than Aldo is after Aldo's weight cut, to be totally honest with you. And Moraes has never landed more than 45 significant strikes in a 3-round decision. And both of his decisions that were 3-rounders were split decisions. Very close fights against Assunção and Dodson. He beat Dodson and he lost to Assunção. And that's kind of how I see this going here. I think each of them is kind of live for a KO early. But I think after the first round, it's likely we're going to see a very low volume fight. And in that kind of fight, it's very unpredictable, and I think it's almost a coin flip at that point. So yeah, I'd give Moraes a slight, a real chance to knock out Aldo in the first round. But if you can't, I think it basically becomes a coin flip. And at that point, how do you not take the plus 155 on Jose Aldo, who's a legend and who we know is technically as sound as it gets? So consequently, I'm playing 2 units on Aldo, plus 155. I think he's a great play at the current line right now. And, my prediction here is Aldo by split decision. So if you follow me, let's make some money together. If you fade me, good luck. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks. Bye.